Is this the 15th head coach? Is that right? I thought there was more than that. Seemed like it has been for some reason.
I understand the challenge that's ahead of us. The challenge to get the Buffalo Bills back to a winning franchise on a consistent basis. And that is the plan.
Say what?
If Ralph Wilson was running a NASCAR team, I would trust those two gentlemen right there. The latter, that was Thomas Chandler Gailey Jr., the new head coach for the Buffalo Bills. Now, according to his Wikipedia page earlier on today, this is what it said. Bills owner Ralph Wilson has said the hiring of Gailey will guarantee at least 4 wins next year, and the fans will buy tickets no matter what because they're all stupid. That has to be real, right? No one went into Wikipedia and changed that at all. The people of Buffalo are devastated by this hiring because when they hear names like Bill Cowher, Mike Shanahan, even a Schottenheimer name thrown into the equation, they get excited. Instead, they get Chan Gailey. Is this a disastrous hiring in the making, Norm Rumack?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's like if you ever had those experiences where you got turned down by all the gals you liked when you're in high school for the prom. It's like the Buffalo Bills.
But we wouldn't know what that feels like.
No, we wouldn't know. I actually had some nice dates in high school, but anyway.
Okay, let's start telling the truth here, Norm. Let's start telling the truth.
Sorry. Back to the Buffalo Bills. I think their fans must be absolutely beside themselves. Like, what else can go wrong in Buffalo with that franchise? They can't get even the coaches they want, never mind wide right and everything else that's befallen Buffalo in that football franchise.
Forget about the coaches. The guy that was on the clip before Chan Gailey, if that's the GM, they're doomed from the start. They didn't know how many coaches they've had in their history. So that's probably why they chose Chan Gailey. I don't know if he's the guy. I don't think that they went through the process. I think that it was a little bit premature in hiring Gailey this soon. I'm sure there are more candidates out there that are more qualified than Chan Gailey. He's had an opportunity in the hot seat in Dallas. I could name a number of guys who would probably be better in Buffalo. And
What's the rush, too? I mean, why are they getting Chan Gailey? I mean, it sounds to me like they're trying to get the franchise ready to go to L.A.
Well,
you know, even though they're denying it.
Well,
but why not, you know, like you're not investing. I always say, I believe in football. I'm big in coaching anyway, but in football in particular, the big-name coach quite often delivers. You know, it may not forever.
It's one sport where coaching is more important than any other, I would argue.
Pulls it all together, and there was lots going on with the guys who were talking to. Well, and there's somebody out there that could do the job.
I wonder if this starts at the top, because Ralph Wilson said after the disastrous season that was last year that they were going to have a thorough investigation into how to get this franchise going on the right track. Instead, they just hired Buddy Nix as your general manager. There was no investigation.
Buddy guy.
All they did was fire the coaching staff and then bring in Chan Gailey and prompt. I don't get it.
They should have found someone with a better track record. I mean, you know, you look what Kansas City did. Okay, you got the brains, other than Belichick, behind the New England dynasty and Scott Pioli. He worked hand in hand with Belichick in finding those Belichick players, and look what they created. So Kansas City made a brilliant move. They will turn that around. The Buffalo Bills should have got somebody that done their research, someone's assistant GM, like whoever works, with Bill Polian. Polian's done an incredible job in Buffalo and for several years now in Indianapolis.
Is the problem here the city of Buffalo and the Bills organization? Because to me, it's insane. Coaches turning down a head coaching job in the NFL when that opportunity arises. There's a limited number.
It's not the city of Buffalo, because if you want to be an NFL head coach, you'll play anywhere. You'll go anywhere. I think that those guys, the Cowhers and the Shanahans, wanted more control than they probably would have gotten here in Buffalo.
You think so?
I mean, I think they want one of those Mike Holmgren type deals where they're the GM and they run all the player personnel stuff as well as being the coach. They may not have been given that opportunity in Buffalo. I just think, again, I didn't see any indication of the Rooney Rule being instituted here. When they went to, Perry Furl?
Yep.
I mean, he was the interim coach, and they said, we're going to fire you, but we're still going to keep you as a consideration for the head coach.
Did a nice job there.
In the first place?
Do you think there's a Toronto factor here, too? Do you think some head coach wants to come in and say, oh, yeah, you're going to play some games in Buffalo, and we're going to have the odd game up in Toronto?
I don't think they'd really care. I think they'll play in North Bay.
Yeah.
Well, except they aren't.
Well, no,
I mean, those guys aren't coming here.
Yeah, but no,
the
I mean,
Shanahans,
the
the
thing is,
Towers,
they got a roof over their head,
And-
so it's like they don't have to deal with it. I don't think that's a problem.
I'm with Will here. A guy like Leslie Frazier, the defensive coordinator in Minnesota, who did a great job this weekend. They wouldn't wait for him to become available when his season's
There's no
over.
rush.
It would have been great to see them bring in a young African-American head coach and let him
Absolutely.
build a team from the bottom up in Buffalo. It would have been
I don't
fantastic
even
to
think
see.
it's a matter of him being African American
Well-
in so much as him being qualified. I mean, if you look at the Vikings defense the past 5 years,
I always dig
what we
giving
have to look
guys
at.
an opportunity instead of going back with retreads like they've done
doubt.
with Chan Gailey. We gotta take a break. After the break, the anger towards Brett Favre just continues, but should it? And why LeBron James dunking is better than LeBron James not dunking. It's in a round next.